Hi, my name is Leland Isley, and this is the first in a series of short videos where I'm going to talk about the embellishment notes we can use over major and minor chord shapes. Now, to get the most out of this video, you will want to understand how we build chords and the intervals that we use to build chords. But even if you don't, you will recognize these common E bar and A bar chord shapes, and you'll be able to use this. Keep in mind that when we use major chords or use ideals over major chords, we tend to treat the major chord as though it's the first chord in the key or the tonic in the key. That's not always the case, but you will find if you're playing soul and R&B riffs and chords over a 1-4 motion, we treat the 4 chord as though it were 1, even though it's a 4. And that determines some of the embellishments that we use, particularly the 4, because normally the 4 would have a sharp 4, the 4 chord would have a sharp 4 in the scale that builds it, but we'll play just a normal perfect fourth most of the time. So we're treating it like it's a 1 chord. Okay, with that said, let's get started. We're going to take the A chord in an E bar shape, only because it's in the middle of the fretboard and it's really easy to see. So if we look at the construction of this chord, the 6th string has a 1, the 5 is on the 5th string, there's a second 1 here on the 4th string, your second finger will grab the 3 on the 3rd string, and then the last 2 are 5 and 1 on strings 2 and 1 respectively, right? So we have a 1 on the 6th string, a second version of the 1 an octave higher on the 4th string, and a third version 2 octaves higher than the initial root on the 1st string, right? So 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, right? Well, that means if I just play the top 4 strings, I have my entire chord. This is 1, 3, 5, and even a second 1 here. So the embellishments I'm going to use on the major chord are 2, 4, and 6, those notes that lie outside of the chord construction itself, but they add a little interest to the chord without changing the quality of the chord. So if this is a 1, this is a 2, and if this is a 5, this is a 6, and the 3 is here in the middle, so that's a 4. You can take your pinky and reform your 3rd finger so that it grabs the 1 instead of the 5 here, and concentrate on these top 4 strings, and then use your pinky to play the 2, and move up to the 2nd string and play the 6, and then move up to the 3rd string and play the 4th, right? And you can even trill those notes. Right? Even better, we have a really nice, interesting glissando here where we take the 1 and the 5 and we move it up to the 2 and the 6, like this. And you can combine that ideal. If we look at strings 2 and 3, then we have a 5 here. We'll play that with our 2nd finger, and a 2 here on the 3rd string, right? Moving that up, we get a major 7 and a 6. That's it for the E bar. Thanks. Have fun.